I got them and I clipped all the ones in the center, and then I fucked up and I clipped the one on the top right. Dude, this thing looks so good. I just ruined it. Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Build, and welcome back to another video. Today we have a very long overdue video of the Keychron V1. Now, from a lot of people, this is probably one of the best bare bones or like keyboard you can get. Now, yes, you can get this in a bare bones, which that's the one I have now, or you can get one with their own switches and keycaps. I prefer to put my own switches and keycaps in because for me, I don't really like their keycaps. That's personal preference, but nothing's wrong with that. I mean, it's a pretty cheap board, and it's pretty good. So that's what we're going to be doing, and I'm pretty excited about this because a lot of people were asking me if I was going to do it. I didn't know. They didn't send this to me. I bought it with my own money, and one good thing I will say is that now knowing all the stuff of what other people did from their YouTube videos, I can go from there and kind of like do my own thing. So first impression when you pull it out the box, it looks good. I do like the translucent looking case. I mean, dude, it just looks good. It's definitely more of a smoky housing, which I like. You do see the little the little gold pieces for the screws and stuff like that, which does give it a little bit of touch. One thing that I did notice when I first pulled it out was how thin it was. The thing is so thin. It's not normal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I have no problem with it. I mean, I do. I don't know. I'm not used to such a thin board. Like it's like it's nothing. I mean, it doesn't feel light or anything. I mean, it does, but it feels decently heavy. It's a good weight. It's so thin. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know why I keep talking about it. It doesn't matter. At this point, I'm just reaching. Flipping over to the back, you have the little sticker where it says Keychron or whatever, and then you do see the little bumps, and then it does have the feet, and yeah. It's USB Type-C, and you do see the gold screws, which I do like gold. Now, you do see that it is south-facing LEDs, which is a big plus. No interference from cherry profile keycaps or anything like that. And you do see that it does have a knob. There is an option for a non-knob, but this one does. The knob itself is pretty decent quality. It's like a really thin metal. It's nice. It does have a good, pretty loud click, not gonna lie. I do like how it's a little bit skinnier because a lot of the knobs are like the whole thing. This one, it looks more modern, I guess. I don't know. Now let's go ahead and open this whole thing up and see what we are working with. So after taking off the 8 screws on the back. By the way, there are so many screws for this thing. So many. Kind of a bummer. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of unscrewing, but they do include the necessary tools to do so. So I do like that. Now you do see that you pull it off and it does have the PCB with some foam in between. Not going to be removing that or anything. And then you see the PCB. PCB, pretty nice. Nothing too fancy, it's just a PCB. Now we get a look of how it's all mounted together, and it is a tray-mounted keyboard. Now, I do see this dampener, which I do like. Really thick, high-quality looking feeling and everything. It's nice. It does help with the stock sound test and everything else. Now, another thing to note is you see all the little things poking up so that you can put the PCB in and screw it in and everything. We're going to be doing stuff with those in a minute, but I'm just letting you know that those are there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and give you a stock sound test because I would like for me to move on to the mod. So, what'd you think? I like the little stock sound test. It's decent. I mean, it's a good keyboard. For the money you're paying, you are going to have to buy your own keycaps and switches, but nonetheless, it's a good board. The stabs could use a little bit of tuning, but nothing you can do on your own. I'll have links in the description for like Kinetic Labs and where I get all my stuff, and Krytox 205 Grade 0 and all that stuff. By the way, did you see those keycaps? Oh, god damn, bro. These are pretty nice, man. They're pretty good. Now for the mods, there's not a lot to do here. I'm gonna work with the stabs, which I do. I lubed them with Krytox 205 Grade 0. The stock lube they used was just kind of like, they just put it on there. There wasn't any more lubing done than that. So like, it was good. with what I did, and they do 100% sound so much better. Would I buy some more stabs? Probably. I just being honest. They're not my favorite, but they do sound way better than what they did. So after lubing these stabilizers, I had an idea. Now, something that is kind of good, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, is that I waited on this video a little bit, not on purpose. It's just I needed to buy it and wait for shipping and all that. I got to see a lot of the other YouTubers like do their own kind of mods and stuff like that. Now, one that stuck in my head the most, because this man is way smarter than me, is the YouTuber Keyboard. So what he did was, I think he's pretty known for this, because that's what I found him from, was his Tofu 60 and Tofu 65 O-ring, and like made it sound way better. That's the gist. Now, what he did was get some O-rings, put them onto the stands, and then you screwed it in, and it's way more detailed on his channel. You can go check that out. Way more intelligent. He's just go watch him. But I remember back when I did the Feker IK75. Now, that was a gasket mounted keyboard. This one isn't, but I thought I would give it a chance on what I was fixing to do. In that keyboard, I actually cut all the standoffs so it could fit in there, and it actually gave it a better feel and sound, and not a lot of more balance, but it definitely helped with sound. So what I decided to do was cut all of them besides the ones on the side, and then with the ones on the side, I wanted to do his mod, which was put the O-rings on it. Because in that video, he actually didn't do the O-ring in the center parts where they were mounted because of something smart that he said that I can't remember at the moment. It makes sense, I promise. So what I did was I got some clippers. I think they're wire clippers. I don't know what they are. I got them and I clipped all the ones in the center, and then I fucked up and I clipped the one on the top right. Dude, I didn't mean to clip the top right one. That was on accident, but I did it. So now it's these two and these two. So that's pretty much what I did. Snipped it out, and then I noticed I didn't do it as much, so I needed to go even lower. So I snipped it again. And after a couple test fits, it worked. And I think it did help with the sound. I genuinely like it way more after. A really good sounding keyboard in my opinion. But yeah, that's all the mods I did. I didn't do anything else. It's pretty good stock. So now we can move on to the switches and the keycaps, which these keycaps I've been very interested in for a long time. But first, the switches. So the switches I went with, which I didn't really have a method of choosing. I just kind of picked one that I thought would be good because they are kind of budget-er. They're budget-er. I don't know. These are the Jwick Black. Now, these ones came from Candy Keys, which I have a link down in the description. Go ahead and check them out. Very nice people. Really great keycaps and good boards and everything else. And these are lubed with Krytox 205 Grade 0, and they are pretty budget. I don't remember the price right offhand, but they're known for being really close to, what is it called? The Oil Kings. They're like a cheaper version of them, but like they're not quite them. Like that's what they're known for. But they're still really good switches. I really like them. Now, yes, I didn't have enough to make the whole thing, so yeah, these are different. So you pop them all in, and now you're all good. It looks pretty good, black on black. I don't know what else to say. Moving on to the keycaps. Yes, this is where it gets good. Now, these keycaps I have been eyeballing for a while, and these things are so sick. They look so good. You know me, I like topographic stuff, right? I don't know why. It seems like every keyboard YouTuber likes topographic stuff, which is really, or tech people. They always end up liking that, but it's a nice pattern. God dang cat hair. These are the Deep Sea Keycaps from Control T, which, dude, these are props, man. These things are sick. Now, these are Random Frank P's keycaps, which is sick. Hey, shout out to Random Frank P, because I'm such a bigger YouTuber than him. Like, he needs a shout out, you know what I mean? I will say, man, these keycaps are really nice. As far as printing, now as far as material used, I'm not gonna lie, they're not the best in my opinion. I'm just being completely honest. I would be lying if I said these are the most high quality keycaps I ever bought, or not bought, or sent, or whatever. The look of them, 10, 100%, 10 out of 10. I love these things, but the feel of them, like a 6. But like that 10 makes that 6 into like an 8. Like 8.5 in my opinion. So I don't know. It's a good set, really clean looking set. It's just not the best quality. It feels like, I don't know how to describe it. They feel a little bit cheaper. I just want to be 100% with you. Everything on my channel has been 100% so far, so we're gonna keep it going. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It looks pretty good. I love this thing, like I've already said. And let's go ahead and hear that sound test. See? Hey, I think it turned out pretty good compared to the stock one. To this one, I think it's pretty good. Now, do I think this thing is worth it? Of course it is. You know what I mean? I've done so many more expensive boards than this, and I've said those are, and this one is the same level as them, just cheaper. Now, if you want an aluminum case, then yeah, that might be a little bit of a bummer. If you want something that's a little bit more thicker, right? Because, I mean, for me, since I have handled a lot of keyboards, this one is by far the thinnest one I've ever touched. But that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't, like, it still looks really good on your desk, and it works like a keyboard should. It's cheaper. Keychron's a good company, and I mean, yeah, man, it's a nice board, especially for that money, dude. That $64 price tag is pretty nice. But yeah, dude, that's it. I think this thing turned out amazing. I love the way this keyboard looked, man. This thing looks so good. I just ruined it. Anyways, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. I had a great time building this thing. But yeah, that is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy. And I will see you in the next one.